already know what it is. This is the Flew Hair Grew Hair podcast, where worlds collide no matter where you reside. And we're back. We're back. I'm your girl, April B.
And you already know, it's your girl, Chanel Simone.
Y'all, we missed y'all.
We really do.
I know.
First of all, y'all, let's talk about my shirt.
Damn, we just gonna get right into it.
Because we need to get it right into it with these topics. Say it, April. I can't.
So her shirt says, I support women's rights and wrongs. You know what? Let's get an applause for that. Yes, because...
Woo! I don't think that was an applause, but that was the walk. Oh my God. No, it says applause.
That's applause right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, y'all, excuse us.
The way how this month is going, baby, I had to pull out the shirt.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a whole lot, but we hope y'all missed us because we missed y'all. But we're just going to jump right into it. Like our producer said, it's been a messy month, messy week.
Messy May?
Messy May.
Clock it.
Yes. So, I mean, okay, let's start. Of course, everybody knows the Diddy trial is going on right now.
Honey,
a hot ass mess.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to say like skeletons are coming out the closet at this point. Bodies, mummies.
Baby, the closet turned into Narnia.
Hold on,
he opened that door and the other door went through, and it's a whole new.
Baby, the Italians that threw bodies off the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, those is coming up too.
The cement slippers is rising up. Baby, I don't know what is going on with Diddy.
Diddy's case is like. It's more mind-blowing than I ever thought it could be. You know how, like, the rumors was there, but now that you're hearing the actual events, it's like, what was y'all doing?
Now, you know what this had me thinking of? You know, we have legends in the game like R. Kelly. You know these trials that be so notorious. And we've heard rumors of R. Kelly growing up. I'm 33, so I've been hearing about R. Kelly. I've been hearing about Diddy, but... do you feel like because these men are moguls, it's like, get out of here, or nobody haven't said anything, so it's like, yeah, we heard, but...
Well, you know what? I think it's the access that we have to celebrities now versus back then.
Yeah,
I think
you didn't know.
Back then, you barely knew anything. Like, rumors were really rumors. Now, with social media, everybody puts everything on social media. So it's like, back then, we would just guess. Like, you know, like, remember that show I always talk about, like, on E! Or something? It used to be, like, when they would talk about the prices of, like, what they would pay for their houses and stuff, but you never knew. But now you can look up, literally, we saw Drake's house on Kendrick Thing. Like, oh, you know, like, things like that. Now...
we knew they were in Miami. This was the house.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now, we have so much access because of social media, because of how the internet is working. Now, it's like the rumors we're seeing for ourselves. Like when you're looking at Diddy and he doing certain things, you're like, yeah, I know he did it.
We could stand on.
We could stand on it. So, yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. I heard Diddy was a freak, but. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy. But I
thought I was doing something. Let me tell you something. I thought everybody claimed they a freak until somebody out freak you. Like, there's a lot of people who you think like, yeah, girl, I be riding. I could spin the ride and keep the
dick still inside.
But you got a girl who's on a helicopter on a chandelier.
Bitch, you got Mimi on the pole swinging in the shower. Bitch, I can't hold on no shower ride. She out freaked us.
That would have immediately.
Oh shit, baby! Video done, porno done. My back hurts. Like no.
April.
Girl, remember Scarlett takes a tumble and she fell. She was like,
No, I would have been Ezell. My neck. My back, my neck, and my back.
No, like that's what I'm saying. You're right.
I think everybody is some type of have freaky tendencies. But when you have somebody that take the cake, like you think you like, for instance, I use lube. Okay, well I squirt. It's like, oh. Okay, well I use this. You squirt. We use baby oil. Oh,
so I feel like there's freaks and then there's kinks. Like, so I feel like there's freaks, then there's kinks, then there's fetishes, then there are things that are taboo that we might not. Yeah, because
so pretty much freak is the basic.
Yeah, I feel like everybody a freak. Like, ooh, I want to lick whipped cream off of you or something. Like, okay, you a little freaky, whatever. But then it's like, I want you to jump in a pool of baby oil. Wait, what the fuck is this?
Which one is, okay, let me give you this example. Is this a freak, a kink, or a fetish?
Okay, let's talk.
Men who like their nipples licked.
I think that's a freak.
I don't think so. I think
you think it's a kink?
Yeah, that's some extra shit. Like, I think freak is basic stuff. Like you said, I want to, let me get the whipped cream. That's like, lick my nipples. Huh? Like, whoa.
Okay, so you think that's kink level. I think kinks are like, I like to be like spanked or something, like, or I like whips, or I like to be handcuffed. Like, to me, like the freak is like the things that we can do without extra stuff having to be involved. Then the kinks is like the things that is like, okay, but it's not like mind blowing. Like a lot of people do it. Then there's fetishes where it's like, I like to fuck big BBW. Like, I have a fetish for big, beautiful women. Like, okay, or I like feet. Bitch, when niggas be, and not like, but that's like you want me to do shit with my feet. Like, you want me to put my feet on your dick and then like, that's what I'm saying. Like that. I'm just saying, we're not a PG.
But that is,
and then there's taboo. Which Diddy falls in.
Then you got the Dom people. Like, it's a whole
That's what I'm saying. So it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, like, y'all, let me give y'all a funny story. So,
my
homegirl used to dance. Shout out to her. And I came to her job one day because I'm a friend that support the hustle, baby.
Okay.
While you up there making your money, I'm making sure that nobody pick up your money.
Okay, period.
I was that friend. My friend used to dance, Okay? Now, some guy, I think he saw me. He used to see me. And I ain't going to tell you which club. And he was like, yo, come here. That's your friend. He's like, oh, that's me. Yeah. And mind you, this was like my early 20s. So he was like, come to the back. Honey, I don't. So I'm thinking he probably wanted me to dance. I don't know. Y'all, the whole time, he just wanted me to wear stockings. And he kept giving me $20. Literally,
that's,
in my
to me,
early 20s, literally gave me $140. Baby, when he gave me the first, I'm thinking he probably, I'm like, oh my God, let me do what my friend do. I'm trying to copy her. He was like, I don't want you to do all that. He pulled out the stockings out his, it wasn't even a fresh pack. It was just, so this means you want me to put them on? And it was the knee-high ones.
Okay. Because I'm like, bitch, you had to take off,
He gave me $40 first. And I was like, okay, well, I'll put them on. Y'all, literally the whole time, he just wanted me to wear them, do a little and the
that bitch was in there like JoJo Siwa.
Honey, I didn't know what the hell I was. I'm a little stiff too. Literally $140 just for wearing stockings. I didn't touch this man. I didn't do nothing. Just pantyhose and I was about to say something else, Lord, but pantyhose and a little. Baby, I thought I was a shit. I was like, where's my application, honey? If this is that easy.
Baby, not everybody there wanted you to wear stockings.
Didn't do it. So, yeah, that is a fetish. I thought that was.
Yeah.
Now, what if a dude say, twist my nipples? Yo.
Now you OD. Get the hell out.
So I'm leaving. Lick the twist?
Yeah.
And then he was like,
this is, no. Yo, I'm crying. But anyways, back to Diddy in this case, because literally, like, there's so much happening. Like, we had Day with Cassie. We're getting Don Richard. We're getting, like, Aubrey O'Day. Like, there's, Cassie's former best friend who just testified, that Diddy slapped her. He did remember when Ike slapped Tina Turner friend? And she was like, he gonna do it one time.
It's all right. It's all right. Honestly, I'm disappointed in Aubrey O'Day. I am. My friends and I chat on the phone. I have a friend who's an attorney, so she kind of break things down in her perspective. But she even said herself, like, you know, they said that because she's gonna have an unbiased opinion, like she's made it known that she has so much hate from this man that her putting her on the stand.
It's not gonna do anything.
It's not gonna do anything. But people were like, girl, you was talking all this shit, and look at you, don't want to testify. So I think. You know, I think it's not that she didn't want to, because I didn't read her statement. I heard that she put out a statement, but just off of, you know, emotions and things. Yeah, it probably wasn't best.
And the prosecution has to make the best cases, because from what I'm hearing, Diddy got some good lawyers. Like, I'm hearing Diddy's lawyers is in there taking belt to ass.
And shout out to my homegirl. She said that Diddy's attorney, and I think one of Diddy's attorney was on a YSL trial too.
Shit.
They said that they had Dawn on mute. And one thing I'm hearing with Diddy is a lot of journalists who are, you know, in the courtroom for media, they said that Diddy is looking in their souls. Like,
yes. Shout out to our girl Lajanae.
Yes.
Because she was like, she can understand the intimidation that Diddy had over Cassie, because when he's looking at them, and it's only for like 5 seconds, but they feel like he's snatching something out of their bodies. Like, that's how deep he's looking. So, you know.
Diddy do have that look to him.
Remember Diddy?
The meme?
Yeah.
They said that meme was real. Like, that's how
he was looking.
Honey, I don't know. And you know what it is too. And I feel like, to me, this is why he probably might win. He might get charged something. But I feel like because people stayed in these situations, because they feel like it was like they volunteered themselves, it's hard to pretty much, it's like from a human emotional side, it's like, yeah, I can see why, but trying to prove it in court, and I think that's where the two get, because now it's not your feelings. Now is I wasn't scared. Now is, well, why didn't you? Look at the text messages. You said you enjoyed, you're ready for the free calls. Okay, I know what I said.
Yeah,
but I didn't mean it.
No, I think that's where like psychology and all of that comes into play, because what I don't like is seeing that people really don't know like how to handle a victim, even when the evidence doesn't show or doesn't corroborate with the I'm a victim statement. And I know we see a lot of that, especially with Cassie, because right now she's the only woman on the stand, and she spent so many years with Diddy. But I don't like seeing people being like, oh, well, because they had a text message that said, oh, I can't wait to have sex with you, that doesn't mean she's a victim. I don't think y'all know how abusive relationships work. I don't think y'all know how, or ever been, and been in a relationship that was emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially abusive. Because y'all keep forgetting that Cassie, when she met Diddy, he had control not only of her body or whatever, but of her career. If I'm coming from a place where I have to feed my family and this man has control over how I eat and how I feed them, there's no telling what you will stay in to make sure that that's good. Because I know people were like, oh, well, she was saying that she loved the times that she was with Diddy and all this other stuff. And I'm like,
pretty sure other abused victims
say that same thing. I'm not saying, I'm sure Cassie would tell you, like, I'm not saying that we didn't have any good times, but when the shit hit the fan, the shit was bad. So am I supposed to say, well, you know what, for these 3 good times we had, fuck the 25 times that you fucked me over, that you hit me, beat me, watch me mutilate my body, and come on, that's crazy.
It is. It is. Next question that we have is, do you think Diddy is going to stop freaking off if he gets acquitted of all charges?
No, because I look at it like this. Like I always say,
it's not a crime to be freaky.
It's not a crime to be freaky, but also as long as there are people willing to participate in that, you can never stop. That's why I always say, like, when men be cheating, like, as long as there's side chicks that are willing to stay, men will constantly cheat. If every woman band together and said, no, I don't want this man, I'm gonna wait for my own man, niggas would they'd be fucking each other maybe, I don't know, but there would be none. So as long as there's somebody willing to take money, to take fame, to take clout, to do all of that, Diddy.
What you think he might do differently? You think like, let's say Diddy met one of us.
Let's say Diddy met her, cause what the fuck?
Why don't put me as the freak.
Look,
I support women's rights.
So why would Diddy be us?
I said if he met one of us.
Okay.
Right. Oh, whatever. If Diddy met one of us, right? Offered you fame, clout, all of that stuff. But you think he might be like, hey, y'all ready for the freak off? We agree, whatever. You think he gonna be like, he might have a lawyer next door in the room? Like, oh, so do you willingly, contently testify? Are you sure? If you agree that you would no longer sign right here, I feel like a lawyer gonna pop out of nowhere.
So, okay.
If you gonna freak off and you just got off this major case, you can't just do a verbal yes. You gotta have it in text some.
I feel like, yes, you would have to have something there that protects you now going forward from the allegations of what you just was on trial for. I think also, too, though, like I feel like with criminals, quote unquote, and allegedly, let me say that because don't be coming over here trying to sue us. But with alleged criminals, when they do stuff like this and they get off, they always go back to doing the same thing again because they feel like they're untouchable. So I don't know if, God forbid, Diddy gets off and, will he change his routine? Maybe he'll start doing it in countries he can't get extradited for. I don't know.
What would you do differently if you was Diddy?
What? Girl.
How would you handle your freak offs? I know how I handle mine.
What?
I'll be in the club. Everybody in the club get tipsy. I'd be like, I swear, I would have a lawyer, a freak off lawyer. I don't, I would just have paper. I would have something. I'm just saying, if I was Diddy, how would I handle my next freak off, especially if I got acquitted of all charges? Because it's no crime to be freaky, right?
It's no crime to be freaky. It's nasty, some of the things, but it's no crime.
Baby, I done seen, what Diddy saying, I done seen in them free videos that...
Uncut BT?
No, I'm talking about Pornhub.
Oh, Pornhub?
It's videos. Why I called April the other day, I'm like... This is somebody's daughter.
What you know about getting older? You start watching porn and thinking about their parents. I can't believe she letting this man do this to her.
8 of them. What? It's not. And I never said I enjoyed that type, but different categories pop up, and you just looking like 8 damn men.
Just dicks in your face.
And they're not holding back.
Well, they can't. They gotta get the shot.
Yeah, but God damn, it's to the point where I'm like, where's her? Forget the father. Where's your grandma?
Oh, she got a praying grandmother though, cause they prayed that hard, but she had because she's able to do another day. It's to the point
where some of these videos, I'm just like, what is why would you do this to yourself, sweetie? Now I'm thinking, if I'm a parent, where her parents, was she in foster care? I'm trying to Google the girl. Thinking her Instagram gonna pop up. Now you scrolling. Now you done learned this girl whole life because you done seen her 1 versus 8 men. No, and the title was 8 gorillas
versus 1 woman.
What's the Tarzan? What's the girl name? Jane?
Jane?
Yeah, it was like
8 gorillas versus Jane.
Yo, these titles be crazy.
One thing about porn, they gonna give you a good little title.
Mom plays with dog. What?
They gonna give you.
Even though that's not that lady child. It's just like, grandma called in sick. What the hell is
they be
this?
Thinking about these titles. So
No. I don't know. But baby, like I said, okay, another thing. If Diddy gets acquitted of all charges or just one charge, that's probably not that serious. Do you think he'll be on a revenge tour? Diddy, do you think he gonna come on a can't stop, won't stop bad boy? My friend says no, he can't afford to.
Well, will he versus can he? Like, will he be on a revenge tour? Probably not. Well, probably. Can he afford to be on a revenge tour? Hell the fuck no. Like,
I feel like his statement is all his statements. God is great. Love
is love.
Yeah, I feel like that's how he's going.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Will he? Probably. Things are. That's what I'm like. When you watch people like Diddy and stuff, like, you gotta watch the narcissists in them. Like, they love to have the "I told you so" moments. Like, when you look at R. Kelly and he got off the first time and he was just out here looking crazy.
I'm fighting for my life.
And then now, like, you know, like, you gotta pay attention to shit like that. I don't watch enough Law and Order to see how these people move. And will he probably throw a little shade in there? Of course. But can he afford to? No. Diddy, after the trial, he really need to take a hiatus. He really need to go to
Russell Simmons in Bali.
Don't go there.
And start doing some yoga.
Yeah, well,
he need to go. He just need to go.
One other thing I want to say: can y'all stop bringing Delilah and what's the other girl, the twins, to the courtroom? That bothers me immensely.
I was about to ask you that question. So I'm hearing 50-50 reactions. I'm hearing they was gonna find out on the internet anyway. But for me to hear it live and like in person, in the flesh, like the judge in a courtroom, to me is more embarrassing than finding it out online. So people feel like they were going to know anyway, so you might as well see the truth about your father in your face. But at the same time, like, I kind of see where it's coming from. Like, look, this your daddy. You know, but then too, I'm like,
But what do y'all want them to do? Like, this is my thing. Those are two girls who lost their mother very young. The only other parent that they have known is Diddy. What do y'all want them to do? Do y'all want them to hate their father? Granted, you cannot always separate the art from the artist or the parent from the celebrity or whatever. But to me, it's just weird that they're in high school. Their last year of high school. They just went to prom. Y'all, why should they be subjected to sitting in this courtroom every day to hear the nastiness of what the hell is going on in their father's life, for them to do what? Like, what do y'all get out of that? I just leave. They're two girls. They're two young girls. They already know the world is fucked up. They lost their mother. Why do they need to sit here for this?
You know, people feel like Diddy, like, brainwashes his children, especially Quincy. You know, I'm hearing allegedly that Al B. Shore is, you know, soon to testify about Diddy. A lot of people feel like he is responsible in some way, allegedly, with Kim Porter's death. I'm just thinking, like, if this was my father, you know, those girls stand behind their dad. To hear all of this, I think it will be disheartening at the same time, but I think it might get crazy when Kim Porter's being brought up.
That will be the test.
I think that's when it's like, okay, yeah, your dad was doing this and this. And like I said, it was crazy to hear. But I think once Kim Porter about to start getting brought up.
Remember, because Diddy and Kim is Quincy, it's the twins, and it's King Combs. Those are all the kids that, you know, by Kim and Kim Porter. Girl, this could be a Empire moment with Lucius, Cookie, and all of them.
And I keep seeing online people saying like, yeah, he would never treat Kim Porter like that. You ain't hear Kamora Lee Simmons like.
Y'all don't know what he would have treated. First of all, I believe that he did, because there's no way Kim had her last twins. They're 18. They were probably, 9 when, or a little older when she died. And that woman ain't have another man that whole time.
And she always was seen with Cassie
and Cassie and Diddy.
Always,
So it had. First of all, if you know anything about men with money, especially who have a complex about themselves, the first thing they're gonna make sure they do is make sure you can never get another nigga in your life. Why you think, and this is just allegedly, that people said that with Floyd Mayweather, that's the only reason why the only baby mama he cool with is Yaya Mama Melissa, but we ain't never seen her with no other nigga. Everybody else after that, Chantel, what he do? She said he beat on her. Who's the other one?
Ross,
yeah, like all men with money who have a God complex. That's what it's called. The first thing they're gonna do is make sure you never have another man, or they threaten you with money, your kids, or everything. And if you're a woman who doesn't have your own or anything like that, or you know that in that industry they control, you can't afford it, you gonna go with what they say.
You gonna go. You are definitely gonna go, but. Even one of Kamora Lee friends and Kim Porter friends was like, yeah, remember, and this is all via social media, when he was like, when Diddy made her put that tampon in her mouth, something, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Kamora.
Remember they said he broke her nose, and he did the same thing. Remember they said he did the same thing to Cassie. He broke her nose, and then when she was going, they made it seem like she was overseas for a movie, but she was getting reconstructive surgery.
Oh.
Yeah. Allegedly.
So it wasn't no Honey 3?
No, they said no. And remember, they said that too. Remember how controlling Diddy is. Remember they said when she was allegedly filming Honey 3 and he popped up on her over there in Africa.
Yo, what man you know? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. We're not talking about. There's women who put themselves in this predicament for FedEx workers, right? Amazon drivers, teachers, men at the warehouses. So what I'm trying to say is, y'all men with little to nothing. We see it happen within our families. We see it happen with friends. So, you know, imagine a man with money. Yo, imagine you chilling like
and
finally.
Not any man, a billionaire.
Imagine you chilling with your friend like, oh, I'm so happy.
I made it out.
April. Yeah. Girl, oh my God, I'm gonna enjoy this time.
And he on a boat pulling up on the island.
No,
is that? Oh, where'd the sunlight go? Like,
take it easy.
Like, no,
like
but
you can't escape that.
And so that's how I'm like, you know, a lot of people have a lot of opinions. Like, oh, you know, they talk about Alex and Cassie, and we think they were in on it. Allegedly.
They said that before. First of all, I just found out, and maybe I learned about this a while ago, but it went right past my head. That I did not know Alex was the trainer Diddy hired.
Girl.
Oh my. So I support women's right and wrong. I wore a shirt. But yes, they honestly said that Cassie used to answer the phone when he called while in bed with Diddy. That was, she said that on the stand.
But in what context? Do we know?
Not in pretty much, this is like the early stages. This is with them like, hey, we're like messing around. We're trying to take it, you know. Like,
so they said that she was messing around with Alex when she was in bed with Diddy?
Well, in a sense of, this is when the stages of them, like it went from training to flirting to like it steps to this.
I ain't mad at her. I don't care.
No, I'm not mad at it either. But what I am saying is, I want to know, now I'm just curious to see how I know Alex said that Cassie saved herself, but now I'm curious to see how all of this played out. But I still have some conspiracies in my head, just a little bit with Alex, just a little bit, but nothing like bad in a sense. You know, I'm happy that she moved on and have beautiful children and is currently expecting another one. So hey,
we'll keep you guys posted.
This is crazy. Long story short, this is just.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this for a second. Well, for a minute. In other news, after we talked about them hiding the baby, DDG and Halle Bailey broke up, and now she has a restraining order against DDG. And yeah, like, I don't like this victim blaming or like, I don't like this.
You just need to stop talking.
Who?
DDG.
He's so guilty, it's not even funny. He's so guilty, like, in my eyes. Like, let me say, this is my opinion, and allegedly he might be guilty. But I just feel like the way you're carrying yourself, to me, gives I do it again. Like,
the way how he's carrying himself is, first of all, him writing that song, I feel like this whole time he was plotting, like this whole something.
He was lining it up because he knew that this was coming out.
I think that moment he allegedly hit Halle face on that steering wheel, you thought she was going to brush that underneath the rug? He knew what was going on, so I think he was plotting this whole, I want my son. Y'all, she's not giving me my son. And I think, of course, people with victim blame. Now they're looking at Halle like, yeah, he want to be a father. Give him his kid. So he like, So now I got people turning on her. Mm-hmm. Now you not looking like this saint. Mm-hmm. So now when all of this blow up, I got people on my side. Mm-hmm. And you got your people on your side. So I think that's what he was doing this whole time. Like, imagine if he didn't go on this whole making a song, I want to see my son sound like Jody from Baby Boy. I want to see my son, Yvette. Imagine he wasn't doing all of this and the news broke out. Nobody would be on DDG's side. So the fact that you going on world tours, all these streamings, you want to talk about fatherhood. First of all, as you should, you know, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. But now I see you was just plotting the whole time to have people on your side. Nobody respect black dads. At least I'm a dad who want to see my son. And everybody's like, yeah, you right, because I never had my daddy. Now this news broke out. Now you got these dirty-ass men talking about how, once again, black women don't do this. Black women and their sons. And he's like, I get you want to clean up your little mess, but you whack for that.
The best thing he could have did in that situation was shut the fuck up. The best thing he could have did. First of all, you're the worst type of abuser. You're the worst type of abuser.
He's a corny nigga with money.
You're a corny nigga with money. That's number one. But you're the worst type of abuser because you literally sat there and abused this woman and tried to come out as if you were like so thankful. Like, oh, and I just love her, and then now it's the... this is the longest I've gone without seeing my son. You know damn well why you can't see your son. You knew that. But you getting on here trying to panhandle to us. Oh, please. I just want to. And I already knew something was up with that anyway because I'm like. It was just too much. It was just too much. Like every day we seeing something pop up. And the history, the patterns that people show you. This isn't the first time that these allegations have been brought up against DDG. And hopefully, Ruby Rose said something. Content creator Kennedy, who used to be his girlfriend, said something. This was years ago. And again, what happens is these men keep getting more money and more power, and they think that they can keep doing it. Well, you ran into the right one. Because first of all,
not baby, the Disney princess.
Exactly. You ran into the right one. Baby, first of all, to me, Halle and Chloe give Beyonce and Solange. So Chloe was about to... I could already tell Chloe give me, well, I would have beat his ass, and then, because, stop playing.
And you know what? I'm sorry. A man like DDG, and I'm going to say this with my chest, could never put his hand.
Baby, I would have picked that nigga up.
I'm like, come here. Get your ass off of me. He's so scrawny.
But you did it to somebody that they always do it to women or to people that they don't think hold any weight. Because you could never do that to a bitch from Brooklyn. You could never.
You know what the comments going to say? He wouldn't even touch y'all anyway. Good.
Good.
Blood clot touch me.
Yeah, don't know. Me not.
Get your Ross Clot's hands off me. I don't want that.
I want the bumper. I want the bumper clot. Like, no, I don't care about that. But I'm just saying, like, in reality, they always pick out women who they think are weak, in a sense, because they know that they can get away with more. Like, I bet you DDG wouldn't have did that to Cash Doll.
Girl, you see how is she? You know what I met Cash? First of all, that's a whole lot of woman, baby.
Cash Doll is a brick house. I bet you he wouldn't have did it to no. I bet you he wouldn't have did it to Kaya. you pussy asshole.
You put your trust
he wouldn't have did it to Suki. Girl, Suki looked like she would wear that nigga out in them floors.
She might go back, but she gonna wear it. You know Tina Turner, when she was finally done with Ike, that's the best you got? That would have been me and DDG. That's the best you got?
in that limo?
Yeah. With my lip like... No, not my lip, his.
Because you got me fucked up.
Say something.
But no, and then let me say this. Tell your fucking mama to shut up too.
No, they said as soon as the mama speak out, he did it.
He did it because first of all, she said a whole lot of nothing. Oh, I'm usually quiet when the lies and allegations come on, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
Now,
no, you should have stayed quiet.
Now I have a concession with black mamas and their sons.
We already know.
We know how black mamas and their sons, and people say, well, that's my child. It could be my daughter, but it's something about black mothers and their sons.
They say black mothers love their sons and they raise their daughters.
Now, April, I know, disclaimer, April and I do not have children. So we understand that it's a different bond,
Yeah.
That, we can't speak on because we haven't birthed any children. But April, how do you feel about black mothers defending their son, especially with domestic violence? Like, what do you say on that?
I think that as a parent, one of the things that we're always going to do is come to the forefront of the kid. Like, I don't have any biological kids, but if y'all watched a couple episodes back, y'all know. So I think our natural instinct is like mama bear, papa bear, whatever, protect your cub. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes to things of domestic violence, sexual assault, things of that nature, at some point you have to say, okay, enough is enough as a parent. There's not one bone in my body that I would ever give to defend my son in a case of domestic violence or sexual assault, especially as a woman. Especially as a woman. Because I'm a woman first. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a woman first. So, to me, you have to... Because I can only imagine it being like that scene in Enough with J-Lo when she went to go drop the daughter off and she took her glasses off and the mom said, "Oh, baby, what did you do to him?" Like, there's no way as a woman I could see another woman look like that and think to myself, well, my son...
Well, you sound like you pissed them off.
Even if you believe that she's lying, or even if you believe that there's not a lot of truth, or you don't have the whole story, there gotta be a conversation of like, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. You my son and I love you, but if you did this shit, you're gonna rot in hell. And that's just that. I don't care. So.
Well, here. And then the brother went on the brother. Oh, did you see the brother?
Yeah, I did.
Why would my brother hit a Disney princess?
That's how you know he did it.
A movie star. I think that's what he said. Why would my brother hit a movie star? Like my brother, why would all of y'all making this worse?
And stop giving her the caricature of being a Disney princess. She's a human being. She is a person. She is a person. Y'all have to listen. I know we make jokes about this, but like, if you're gonna have a serious moment where you're trying to defend your brother, what you mean? Why wouldn't he hit a movie star? What? No, just why would he hit another human being? How about why would he hit the mother of his child, his first child?
Hello.
Why would he do that?
Hello.
Like, stop with because what y'all are trying to do is y'all are trying to make it seem like she's just this big entity that it's just no way. When in fact, if there's a will, there's a way. And he found the will. So, yeah.
Well, we hope everything works out. And I'm so happy that Halle ain't saying nothing. She learned from Beyonce. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Hit him where it hurts, and that's the courtroom.
Yeah.
And that's why he can't say nothing. He can't defend nothing. My son, my son, my son. All right, DDG. DDG stands for lame. I can't even think of no acronym right now.
Damn dog.
Damn dog.
Goddamn.
Goddamn. You fucking dick. Dog.
Ditch. Dig ass.
Groundhog.
Dig.
Dumber. Gorilla.
Damn. Yeah. Like, I can't. Last one. Skai Jackson and her baby daddy. You know, she just filed a restraining order saying we been told her not to have a baby by that.
Hold on, we gonna make this quick. You can look at that boy
and see.
Let me ask you this. What? Okay, I know we put celebrities on a pedestal like they're not regular humans or normal humans like us, and we tend to we tend to give them like in a sense of like, how could you? But listen, what is up with these black women?
You talking about women who of a certain stature wanting to date hood niggas?
What is going?
It's a little exciting, baby.
It's past. I hope Skai with that boy. That was nothing that Skai.
Well, there's some of these niggas you could look at and be like, now, come on, baby. You knew that wasn't going. But like Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti, like that's a reformed thug. Like, you know, he got businesses, he got property.
I have a
oh my gosh.
Shout
like
out to him.
That's what I'm saying. So when you see stuff like that, it's like reformed. Not he's still a hood booger. And
literally
and who is he? Cause where did you find him? Where did you find him? Like, cause wherever you found him, you shouldn't have been there. You should have been there.
First of all, and I get Skai Jackson been in the limelight. You know, they talk about these child stars.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you were to had a baby, got pregnant young, whatever. I mean, I know you know these other actors. You know somebody like you hanging kind of circle where, for granted, you might not got married first or whatever the case may be.
But you could have met somebody, a basketball player, a football player, a baseball player.
A sitcom star.
Marseille Martin, she's dating a F1 driver. You know, I'm sure there were other men available. And Skai Jackson's a beautiful young woman.
With Skai Jackson, my question is where, first of all, he's not cute. It's not like you found a cute, fine hood nigga like, ew, girl. Where did you find this? Oh, Lord, Lord, sorry, I forgot that we trying to get sponsored. Where did you find this light, bright, yuck mouth? Out of all the guys, you didn't even find like a nigga like Big Boogie or something. If you want to be hood, be a little, like a little key glock. Like, if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Who is this? Is he black? Is he white?
I think he might be black, but
just albino or something.
I think he's just really light skinned.
I
don't know, albino. But yeah, like you could have. Moral of the story to me is like, y'all, it's okay to not take the next step with a man by having a child with him, especially if you've seen signs already. Like, that needs to be studied. Like, why? And I know there's not going to be a science as to why men switch up after having a baby or, why, whatever. There's science about women and our hormones and stuff, and that's just what happens. But these men need to be studied too, because what the hell be happening? Y'all had these niggas babies, and then all of a sudden, there's a restraining order.
Skai Jackson nigga just looked like he wore that girl out. Like, he looked like, it looked like he called a club and be like, yo, how much the section? 5,000. Hey, yo, Skai, give me a card. He give me
no,
a
what
card.
They said when you see a nigga holding a girl from the back, she paying for everything.
It looks like they be out and she be like, babe, these are roses. Yo, give me your card.
Yeah. No, when they had dinner and they bring the check, and he grab it just to do the itemized list and be like, yeah, everything right, and slide it back to her.
Nothing give me, he got, like, it looked like that whole relationship, she was just, I don't know, maybe she been taking care of all her life. She want to take care of somebody, but that's not how you cater to your man. That's not the man to cater to, girl.
That's what it is. It's not that you don't cater to your man. It's just certain men don't deserve to be catered to, and he falls in that category.
He looked like he played a game and be like, yo, this my girl house. You could come in.
Yeah.
Did you ask me? I bet you her mom like, and her grandma, I bet you they just, hey, when he come through, what up, ma?
Yeah. Hey, Jackson.
If my mom ever give me that stare, it's just...
you fucked up.
I think after she had that baby, I think when she got pregnant, she woke up. Like, oh, what was I think? Let me tell you.
That's normally, but a kid will do that. A kid will have you reevaluate everything you do. I think she's like 22, 23.
That's too old. You should know better by now. I'm sorry. What age do you think is the eye? Come on, eye girl.
Honestly?
Okay.
Honestly,
you think 30?
Yeah, I was gonna say 30. Like, I feel like in your 20s, everything is still exciting. Like, you gotta understand, like, okay, so when we looking at Skai Jackson or any of one of them, like, they were stars from this age to this age. So they lived in that. So they have different eras. So in her 20s, she's probably more liberated to do more things without the concern of a parent, an agent, a director, or whatever. Now her money is coming in. You know, sometimes there'll be stipulations where the money, if you're younger, you gonna get it to this age and stuff. So now she got a little money. Oh, now she done found makeup. Ooh, her body's coming in and stuff like that. So to me, 30, at 30, you should be like, oh shit, I had a baby by a fuck nigga.
Yeah, you're right. She is still young.
She's still young. She's still young, so we just pray. But we pray for all of y'all out there, for real, for real. Like, all jokes aside, like, this is not something to play with. So we just pray for them all.
No, we do. Who are we? We just reporting the news, right? we're in our early 30s, still in our, thank God we could say, oh my God. If I was to say mid, it would be like, oh.
Well, I'm technically considered mid.
No, you didn't hit 35 yet. 35 is mid. You're still early, and then when 35 hit,
it's like,
no, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. April. So I'm like, April, what you doing for your birthday? She didn't really do nothing, you know, like in a sense of like how we usually do. And then she was like, yeah, you know, I guess I'll just do something. I'll just really plan something for my 35th birthday. This me, yeah, that's like 2 years from now. April said,
girl,
no,
that's it.
This me, oh shit.
Yeah. Y'all, them years came and went. Literally,
I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, 2 years, that's enough time. She said, no, that's next year. Girl, you look good.
You look good too, friend. I mean, she's 33, but I'm 34. And I bask in it. I'm so happy because, like my mama would say, well, what's the alternative? You could be in the grave somewhere. So,
or you could be ugly.
You could. Oh.
Or you could.
I be thanking God.
Yeah,
Thank
or
God
you could
I'm
be
not ugly.
I know we happy to be up ground, but you could be ugly.
Yeah, I could be.
At
ugly.
least somebody's saying like, "Damn, you about to turn 35,"
and I look.
Yeah,
this guy told me I didn't look a day over 27.
Now, what if if somebody hit you? Nah, Mama, I understand what you're saying, but if somebody hit me with the, "Oh, you not 38?" No,
I would cry.
And one time I told this man to guess my age, niggas, y'all just be dumb. And I don't even know why I asked this shit because, what you is, 39? What the fuck wrong with you? It turned in from a flirt into, come here.
Come here.
Do I look 39? When women say that, I just assume they're older than what they look. So he thought like, to be shocked, like, oh, you 40, but you look. No, you just fucked up.
You never. I don't give a damn what we say. You always supposed to guess lower. Like,
I get what he was trying to say. He was like, usually women who say that, like, they really 40, you know, but they look, you know, like,
which is fine. But you are supposed to guess lower. I get that, but even if that's the case, guess lower. Guess lower. Like,
he was like this. Nah, you don't want to talk to me?
No.
My damn face. What's our famous thing?
Come here. Show ass out of here. All right, y'all. Well, that concludes this episode of the Flew Hair Grew Hair podcast. I am your girl, April B. You can follow me at @AprilB_ on all social media platforms.
And I am Chanel Simone, literally on all social media platforms as well. Follow me.
And don't forget to follow the podcast, FHGH Podcast, on all social media platforms. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And that's on everything from Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you can find us. So make sure y'all tap in with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.